Hello, we are back at Sugar Lake, just outside of Lumbee town. Sorry, Cherryville, just outside Cherryville, up from Lumbee, Okanagan region, British Columbia, Canada, Alabama. Looking fine. She got some mechanical love today. A little bit anyway, and that's the road in. We're kind of at a wreck site just up from. I'll show you as we saunter down to our base of operations here. Done this before many times, but we're gonna do a little unique thing, God's permitting, today. That's the view. We're going to attempt to prepare a Swedish cooking fire. I have purchased some pork pepper things for cheap. Incredible spot, as I'll show you, as always. Boat in the distance, don't normally have that. Normally it's completely isolated. Incredible spot, as I mentioned. We've been here often. And there's a couple people around, but that's okay. How's that? So, let's start in on the cooking fire. Ideally, you want to log roughly those dimensions, flat on each end and circular, because we're going to chop this into at least 4 pieces. Size, in this case, is not as relevant as it might be in other cases. And for these purposes, this will do. Easy peasy. Now, with the 4 split, comme ça, you're going to work down a little bit of each edge like that, and leave a bit of space in the center to start things, and where the primary heat source kind of flows out of. That's the next step. Very cautious. Anytime in this circumstance, using any kind of cutting device, sharp object, anything that way. A lot of stories of folks maybe not paying enough attention, or you hear about people fillet knives and stuff like this, and they're shooing away a bug or something, and there's an unfortunate incident. So with utmost caution and concentration, every moment of this process we proceed to essentially make a bit of room in the middle of the log. Comes on. Ooh la la. There it is right there. Ideally, you can make a little hole in there if you have the means and whatnot to encourage airflow, but that's all you need essentially. Oftentimes you'll hear people that are advising on this process to use string to string the pieces of wood together. I don't tend to carry string around, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Another option though, very simple option, is to just lean part of it up against something or put stones, you know, enough stones around it to hold it in place, comme ça, which is going to be our method this fine day. Kind of makes sense that you're going to want a flat surface for this part of things, or as flat as possible, I guess. I need to take a moment just to appreciate the intense, incredible beauty of the Lumbee region of British Columbia, Canada. This place is insanely gorgeous. There is a presence here, kind of been around for a while, 5th generation, whatever. Salt of the earth types, regular folks, but there's a definite recent influx of wealth in the area as well. You're getting the gated properties on the way back to this lake, and the folks that live in gated properties, I guess. So there's a shift that way. Next step is kindling of various types. Birch is my go-to, my little miracle, if you will. We'll get some of this sorted. Toot sweet. I'm not in a rush, if that's what it seems like. But I do kind of want to get this going. And see how she tastes. The smaller pieces, extremely cautiously hatchet, or maybe a little safer, kind of better bet is another foolproof option generally when you're trying to start a fire in these areas is this material here, found hanging on trees. You can see a bunch of it back there, sometimes called old man's beard. You can take it directly from the tree. As such, highly flammable. There is often some of it laying around in the area as well. If it's up on the trees, you can normally find some. There's the material down below any kind of shrubbery or tree like that tends to have dried out more effectively than in the wider areas. So let's start to this, see how we do. A quick little review of the Swedish cooking fire technique. Piece shaped roughly that way, cut in 4, take a little bit out of the middle, comme ça, tie it around if that's your thing. Ideally, you want to put a little bit of a ventilation thing in there, but who does that when they're out camping? If you can, that's great. A little bit of kindling, and we'll start her up, and we'll see how she goes. So, how's your week? How'd that thing go you were working on? I remember you talking about that last time we spoke. Yeah, good. Told ya. Everything's usually fine. Everything is usually fine. So, the intensely, apparently, complex process of inserting flammable material into the center without things completely falling apart is in full swing. Now I need to get another stone to make this maximum effective. One moment, please. With the Swedish cooking fire. There's really not much to this. little larger might have been a better idea. Title your sex tape. So I'll just poke and prod until I get this thing somewhat semi lit, and then we'll carry on. And labor of love, right? We'll keep at it until it kind of effectively gets going there. Not a bad view. While that gets going, a little oil in a little thing. Bought at one of these dollar stores. Et voila. Just kind of give her a bit of room there. I just have to scoot back to Alabama. My car right there. I forgot the little things of cutlery that I brought, so we'll let her get going. Guide the fort. We have the basic cooking utensils. We have the basic surface circumstance. You kind of got it. Whatever you're cooking goes onto whatever you're using, frying pan generally, onto the flat surface of the Swedish cooking fire. If mine ever gets going here, I'm sure it will. We'll be fine. We're fine. Yeah, we're good. Couple of minutes, flip, flip. Yum, yum. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go for just a little quick trek up the beach here, because that just kind of feels like it has to be done. This, smoking as it is, I think is gonna get going soon. I found this little piece of wood when I was hiking yesterday, I think. I don't know, somewhere, just random. I thought, hey, that's perfect. I'll use that, so grabbed it. If you're inclined or able, probably an idea to use a log that's, you know, drier and maybe a little easier to get going. But trust me, metaphor for life is getting these fires going. Tough it out, and eventually it'll get going. Fire effectively lit. Plate with pork extravaganza placed on top. Let that go for a few minutes. Oh yeah, like a charm. Here we go. Oh yeah, she looks good, boy. And there she is. The results of a very simple, first ever on camera, Swedish cooking fire. As always, I'll be cooking the heck out of this. There's a history to these types of fires. Warfare Sweden, way back, wood scarcity. So instead of being able to burn them the normal way we would have a fire, they came up with this method of distributing the heat and such. You see inside there, the heat goes directly up through. Really effective. I think we better flip that. Tyler, your sex tape. Doesn't really work, but it's as funny when it doesn't work as when it does work. Now, just to be safe, I'm gonna poke a few holes in said pork, just to distribute. And, worst case, the perfect spatula right there. Boop, boop. I don't feel like cleaning it. Only reason I'm not using it. Now, can you hear and see the effectiveness of that? It's a thing of beauty. The lovely ladies at the Rutland IGA. Let me snag a few condiments on the way out. Score! So we'll be adding that to today's Michelin 3-star culinary extravaganza. Should be done in a moment. Overcooking it for obvious reasons. I started doing YouTube because I had a dream. And in the dream, Mr. Beast, the successful YouTuber, to say the least, insisted that I do so in the dream. And I kept negating or denying his suggestions, to which he would more and more aggressively insist, no, Pat, no, you're doing a YouTube channel. And I thought, what in hell, I said, what in hell, Mr. Beast, in the dream, am I gonna put on a YouTube channel? Woke up, it was so weird. I thought, okay, that is so weird of a dream. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Start playing around with this YouTube thing. Video production and such. And since I started, realized, well, hang on. I've got some scenery going on in my life. I've got some natural beauty going. I can showcase that. And who knows? Maybe it'll catch on. Okay, I think we're pretty well good here. We'll do one quick little couple of seconds more. Okay, I'd say we're good here. That should do it. Another visual sense of how effective that is. And this wasn't even a really concentrated, effective effort on my part. Yeah, one's good. Poivre noir, black pepper. Oh yes, yes. Oh yes, yes. Bon appétit. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Swedish cooking fire. Pepper, pork, something. A little bit of mustard and pepper. Nothing tastes better than in this kind of environment. Especially if you catch it yourself. Mm. This will do. So good. Once you're done cooking, these are incredible sources of heat as well. These little fires. I'm gonna burn off my excess paper while we're here. Stick around. Let that burn down a little bit. I want to trek up the beach here just somewhat. We'll have a little chat. Not quite dusk, but the end of the day is coming on. There's a spot that feels a little better for fishing up here because the water line drops off faster. I mentioned how the water line is down, so you have the sense that you're privy to visuals along here that you might not normally be, which is the case because once this comes back up, it'll be, well, I would assume anyway, it'll be another year before we get access to this part of the shore. So, okay, this part's not bad. The way it drops there. We'll try a few from here and move up a little further, and then fire should be out and away we go. Close enough. On the level. We're good. Fire's quickly fading there. Shouldn't be too long. We should be good. Just gonna go a little bit further up here. Cast from this spot. It will make for a great shot, you'll see. And then when I catch the largest sturgeon ever witnessed by human eyes, that'll make for an even better shot. Yeah, so we're on the low water line at the low water time of year, I guess. And normally we would be, I don't know, 5 meters up that way. I don't know how much they reduce it, but makes for some interesting shiny baubles. Oh, for sure. What is that? Oh, it's a bug. Oh, there's a bug. I couldn't understand what I was looking at. Captivating, for certain. Let's get the last casting shot. Catch dinner for a week and then we'll get going. I think we have, speaking of Jehovah's Witness, angel on my head. It's been a while, seems like it. Good one. Tell your sex tape. And on this Jehovah's Witness name tag, it says, exercise patience. That's a lot of odd scenarios for one little journey as soon as I step out of my car. There's some incredible visuals here I want to show you, and then I think we must be going. Wouldn't say hyper aware, but staying aware. After we maybe had a little visitor. Wendy the Frog Lady of Cherryville is in the Frank's General Store area. And there's a specific garbage can beside the entrance to the place for her collection, which she uses to expand her expand her Guinness Book of World Records collection of frog-related paraphernalia. So if I have any cans and I'm in this area and I think of it, I drop them into the garbage can specifically designated for Wendy the Frog Lady of Cherryville. From the consistently comforting safety of the lovely Alabama, we're going to call it. Thank you so much. Bought a little bit of sage a little while ago. It's not what it looks like. I don't know, it looks like something quite different. I'm going to burn that in the interest of woo-woo. A little bit of getting things cleared away, but also just the benefit of that form of smoke. That was the Swedish cooking fire video with a little bit of fishing and some stunning visuals as always. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It is really nice to have you guys along. I do enjoy it, and never know, but give it a couple days. We'll do another one. We'll go for another incredible wander such as this. I've seen sometimes how YouTubers, when they're at a spot they really like, they won't specify where they are because they kind of want to keep it to themselves. This is Sugar Lake, just outside of Cherryville, British Columbia, and the water level's down. It's absolutely incredible. There are carnivore tracks in the mud there, so stay aware if you do come and explore. And if you come past this bridge, there's active logging going on, and those guys don't screw around, so pay attention, because there may be some massive trucks come through. But look at the beauty on hand there. Sugar Lake. And here she is now, guys. Wendy, the Frog Lady of Cherryville. How you doing, Wendy?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm glad we bumped into each other.
I am too, thank you.
All good. So you're off to bingo.
I am.
Gonna win?
Try. I got my little froggies too, 4 of them.
Of course you do. Well, best of luck on that.
Thank you, and I'll let you know if I win.
Sounds good.
Okay, good.